What's up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at one of the top decks in Standard, which is Temur Energy. This specific deck was piloted by Matsukasa 10, which took him to a first place finish at a recent Pro Tour qualifier. This specific build splashes black for Glint Sleeve Siphoner, Vraska Relic Seeker, and Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh. This deck is quite widely used, but this take on it adds a lot more synergies by putting it into 5 colors. So first, let's have a look at our lands for the deck. First off, we have 4 Aether Hubs, very standard in an energy package, and if you aren't running these, well, you're doing it wrong. Next up, we have our fast mana, which comes in the form of Blooming Marsh and Botanical Sanctum to give you the splash in lesser colors quickly. We also have Spirebluff Canal to round out the fast lands, and then Rootbound Crag for a check land to get your Gruul colors. Then of course we have 2 Evolving Wilds for our basics, which are 2 mountains, an island, 2 forests, and 1 swamp. This is mainly because the main colors are red and green, and the secondary colors are blue and black. Next up, we have our creature package. To start off, we have 3 Glint Sleeve Siphoners, 4 Long Tusk Hubs, and 4 Whirler Virtuosos. The Siphoners are great for card advantage early game, which is very key in the mid to late game. Long Tusk Hubs are amazing for early game beats, and in some instances can even win you the game outright when on turn 7 you're swinging with like a 12-12 Long Tusk Hub. Then we have 4 Rogue Refiner, which is a card that really brings out this deck's finest aspects all in one card. 3 mana for a 2/3 that gives you energy and draws you a card. Next up, we have 4 Servant of the Conduits that both produce mana and are a mana dork if you have the energy, which in this deck there is no shortage of. We have 3 Scarab Gods, which is just downright an amazing card if you're in those colors, and probably the best card in Standard right now. After that, we have 3 Whirler Virtuosos, which are amazing if you're behind on board state because they make Thopters to block with. Now let's take a look at our non-creatures. Up first, we have 3 Abrade, which can bolt something like a Winding Constrictor, or blow up an artifact like God Pharaoh's Gift or Heart of Kirin. So just an amazing uncommon from Hour of Devastation. Then we have 4 Attune with Aether, which is probably the perfect turn 1 play because you need to get either a blue or black source so you can start getting all your colors you need, and it gives you energy. After that, we have 1 Consigned to Oblivion and 3 Harness Lightnings. The Consigned to Oblivions are to bounce something like Heart of Kirin, and then the Harness Lightnings, for how much energy we'll be getting, it's essentially just a kill spell no matter what you're targeting. Finally, we have our Planeswalkers, 2 Chandra Torch of Defiance and 2 Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh. The Chandra is just a really good card because it can give you fast mana to just puke your hand onto the field or let you cast the top of your deck. Then there's Nicol Bolas, who really can just shut games down because you can keep plussing till your opponent has no cards left, then start dealing 7 damage each turn along with what you have on the board. Then the sideboard is pretty straightforward. 1 Liliana's Defeat for Snack.deck, 1 Abrade for the standard affinity decks, Aethersphere Harvester for a flyer against stuff like Glorybringer, and a Chandra's Defeat for red deck wins. Commit to Memory for God Pharaoh's Gift because usually they're going to cast it from the grave, so it's in their hand. It's not likely that they'll play it anytime soon. Another Harness Lightning for the Mirror, search for his Kanta for the Mirror, and Vraska, because honestly she's just a really good temple card. All in all, I think this is a solid breakthrough deck that really revitalizes the Temur Energy build. I give it a solid 4 Black Lotuses out of 5. If you want your deck featured, send us an email at dailydecktex@gmail.com with your list and what you do with it, and your deck could be chosen for the next episode. Then every week on the video with the highest likes, the person who submitted that deck will get a prize from our Wheel of Fate, which can range from anything from bulk cards to even a booster box. Hope you guys liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe for daily deck techs, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.